boys and girls, it's Miss Jennifer here. We are ready to do some letter time. Let's start with our alphabet. Ready? Help sing along with me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I've said my ABCs. I hope you sang along with me. Great job. All right, well today I'm going to introduce you to our letter F. But before we do that, we're going to do a little bit of review. And I put them over here so we can kind of see them. It's hard for me to sometimes hold them and show you. So we start with the letter A, and we have Allie, alligator. We go slant down, and across. And our lowercase a is around and down. All right? And remember, Allie, alligator says ah. Allie, alligator says ah. Good job. Bubba Bear, we go down, around, and around. And our lowercase b is down, up, and around. And Bubba Bear says boo. Bubba Bear says boo. Getting that honey, reaching for that honey. Good job. Our C, we have a lower and our uppercase, and they're very similar. We go around and stop. And the lower one is starting on that middle line, around and stop. And Katina Cat says k. Katina Cat says k, like you're kind of cleaning yourself as a cat would do. Dee Dee Deer, we've got Dee Dee Deer down here, and we go down and around for our capital D. Our lowercase d, we go around, up, and down. Around, up, and down. And Dee Dee Deer, excuse me, Dee Dee Deer, you take your ears and you have Dee Dee Deer, d, Dee Dee Deer, d, Dee Dee Deer, d. Good job. And last week we had Ellie Elephant. Ellie Elephant makes the eh sound. Ellie Elephant makes the eh sound. Ellie Elephant, eh sound. And he's scooping up some peanuts or the hay with his trunk. Ellie Elephant goes down, across, across, across. Down, across, across, across. All right. And lowercase e goes across, around, and stop. All right. Good job. Well, today we are going to talk about the letter F. F is our new letter. And this is our letter without the zoophonics person. And this is Francie Fish. So Francie Fish is kind of hidden in our letter F. Well, let's look at it without Francie. For the letter F, it's very similar to E, except you don't put that bottom line down there. So for the letter F, you take and you go down, and you go across and across. You don't put that bottom one down, across, because then it would be the letter E. So you go down, across, across. Let's do it up in the air. Ready? Down, across, across. Good job. All right. So here is our Francie Fish. Now, our lowercase, we curve around and down, and then we cross. Can you see that? Let's do it closer together. So we go curve around and down, and then cross in the middle, okay? And let me show you on the whiteboard. So here's your whiteboard, and here are the three lines. You've got your straight line at the top, you've got your dotted line in the middle, and your red line at the bottom, okay? And most of the time, most of the letters stay between the top and the bottom, okay? So for our capital F, we go straight down, and then we cross in the middle. And our lowercase f, we curve around and down, and then we cross in the middle on that middle line. Okay, can you see that? All right. Now, Francie Fish makes a f sound. You almost put your teeth together, your lips together, and you can almost feel air coming out. Francie Fish says F. But what we do is kind of tricky. You take one palm and your other palm and you put them on top of each other, okay? Kind of like I showed you, like that, with both thumbs sticking out. And what they want us to do is say Francie Fish says F. Francie Fish says F. At the same time, you're wiggling your thumb. So it's kind of tricky. You're doing a lot of things at one time, and they want us to put our palms down, but it's hard to show you on video so that's why I'm holding mine up. So this is what you do. Francie Fish says F, and you're wiggling your thumbs, okay? Can you try it with me? Take your palm down, palm, put them on top of each other, and wiggle your thumbs, and Francie Fish says F. Francie Fish says F. Great job. I know you'll be practicing that one. So it is one of the trickier ones, getting our palms on the side and moving those thumbs at the same time. We're doing a lot. Well, one thing I want to have you practice with all of your letters is practicing your name. And what you can do is you can write out your name on a piece of paper, or have an adult write out the letters of your name and be using that and practicing, tracing over it every day, saying the letters. So here's my name, Jennifer. So I would practice the J, practice the E. Some of them we've had. So we've had the E, I have 2 E's, and we've had the F. The others we haven't talked about, but if you're a 4 or 5-year-old, you have learned these letters already probably. Some of the 2s and 3s might know them also. But what you want to start doing is learning the letters in your name. And there are so many fun activities to do this. You can get some Play-Doh and roll out some snakes to see if you can make a J, see if you can make an E, and roll with those snakes and make the letters. Okay, you can have some shaving cream and practice, have your name right there and practice writing those letters in the shaving cream. Or some sand, or a box that you put sugar in, something that's easy, that it separates and you can see it, okay? You can even do it with water. You can just have a piece of paper and paint with water, even if there's no color on it, or paint outside on the sidewalk. Take your name, have the sidewalk or your driveway, and take a bucket or a cup of water and a paintbrush and practice, and you'll see it, and then it will disappear. Okay, so all those different things. Also, I'm gonna have to collect them, but if you collect like lids to milk buckets or gallons of milk jugs, if you collect those lids, be very careful with them. Don't keep them down. You don't want little brother or sister to put them in their mouth, or even a puppy dog. Put them in a baggie as you're collecting them. And so let's count the letters in my name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would need to collect 8 lids, 8 round lids, and they could come off a soda bottle or a tea bottle or something. So if I collect 8 lids, and I will try to do that next time to show you, and I will put a J on one lid, an E, an N, an I, an F, an E, and an R, and then I'll mix them all up and keep them in this baggie, and I'll pull them out and put them in order and practice that. Okay, even with some clothespins, for an adult can write the letter on the clothespin. You pull the clothespin, and when I see, if I have a clothespin that says F, I would match it up right under the F right here and see if you can spell out your name. So there's so many fun things to do. And I would say, if you don't have a huge bucket of magnetic letters, this is wonderful to practice. I was trying to look for my name, but I could not find a J. I know it's probably down there. It's probably the very last one that I find. But I did find an E. I found an M. I don't have an M in my name, but there are all kinds of letters in here. There's lowercase, there's uppercase. And what you can do is you can have a magnetic board. Whoops, this one, that one didn't stay. And you can put them on the magnetic board, or just put them down on the floor. Even though they have magnets on the back, sometimes our refrigerators don't have magnetics. It can't work with magnets anymore. But what you can do, even with the magnets, just put it on the floor. Spell out your name. These letters are great. They're big, and they're great to practice finding the letters in your name. If you can find something magnetic, great. If you can't, just put it on the floor and match them up. So I could be looking, here is my name, and I found the letter E, so I see that one. I would be looking for all of the rest and mark it right underneath on your paper. So lots of great things. So start, as we are getting into our letters, start practicing those letters in your name, okay? Recognizing and knowing those letters, and then you'll be able to write them later. But that is great practice. So practice, 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 writing those letters and practicing your name. And have fun. Make it be fun though. Play games with it. Do all kinds of fun things, okay? So I hope you've enjoyed our letter time, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.